the previous episode, Winston and I had a slow morning in the pod, and I tried a black pudding and scallop roll from the campsite's food van. In the afternoon, we walked the RSPB nature trail in some pretty bad weather, making a detour on the way back so that Winston could have some off-lead time as we continue on our 64-day adventure. So it's a lovely bright day, albeit it's got a strong cold wind. Now I am enjoying the campsite a lot more now because it's not as busy. I arrived on Saturday and that was my first impression of the campsite, and there was just a lot of people there, and like I said, I felt as though I was in a high traffic area where I was pitched with everybody walking past to go to the facilities. And they were coming like from all directions, the pods, like walking past the windows, walking past the back of the door. Felt as though I couldn't have the door open or I couldn't do anything outside. It was a weird feeling, but that was Saturday. Yesterday was Sunday, and it had a much more chilled and relaxed vibe to the campsite, and the same again this morning, so I am enjoying it much more now. Right, I think we're almost at the top. I think. Go on a bit. This is a Neolithic chambered cairn, estimated to be over 5,000 years old. Now, although it looks like just a pile of rocks, it has a small burial chamber inside, which probably served as a communal tribal resting place. Now inside, there have been things found such as pottery, charcoal, and cremated human bones. Please be advised there's been a recent collapse in the passage leading to the central chamber, and the entrance to the chambered tomb has been temporarily blocked in the interest of safety. So I believe at one point you could go inside. Now I was really disappointed that we couldn't go inside the chamber and explore, because I think that would have been really cool. But obviously we couldn't risk it collapsing. I hate wind, it blows my hair all over and sticks to my face. Right, so I just had to walk down this hill back to my van because I had a strange feeling that I hadn't locked it. And I know that probably in this part of the world it's going to be fine, but you know when you just have it in the back of your mind. So, and I thought I'm never going to be able to enjoy this walk whilst I'm wondering if my van is locked or not. So I just had to walk down the hill, keep pressing the button until I saw the lights flash, and then I just came back up again. There's a little chamber. That is one of the things we wanted to see today, but we are going to continue on up the hill because there's more in this one. Here I go again with my action camera, trying to be all creative with my shots. So there's the chamber that we were just at. I've not seen trees for ages. What do you think? You get all these amazing views from such a small hill. Although the more I stand up here and look outward, the more I want to go do that one. Because that looks like it's probably the biggest. I don't know where that is, I don't know what it is, I don't know how high it is. I don't know if it's suitable for Winston. I've got to take all that stuff into consideration, but yeah, I want to do that one now. But now we're going to continue down, and I think we're going into a forest. Or maybe that's the forest. I've not checked, I haven't looked at my map. But I know we're going this way, so let's start with that. Now you may be pleased to know that I have bought a foam cover for my action camera which is supposed to reduce the wind noise. Now the bad news is that I bought the foam cover after this adventure, so you won't get to hear its effects for quite a while. But the footage of these views are just far too good to waste, so I am doing my very best to reduce the wind noise throughout the editing process, but it is very difficult. So here Winston follows the main track straight ahead, but we're actually going down this one. So I think this used to be a huge stile. This fence was obviously up and then there was this big ladder to get you over the top, I'm assuming. But obviously it's been ripped down and the fence has been broken. And why I find that amusing is because we are actually going to see the statue which commemorates a bear that escaped and lived in these woods. So I don't know what kind of damage a bear can do, but I don't know, maybe it did this. Which is why I find it kind of amusing. But in we go. Oh, thought there was a table. It's an information sign. Let's go. I don't know which way to go. Yeah. Is this any better? Okay. Can't read a thing on that. And is that a bag of rubbish? It's confusing. Right, I think we're going. Is that a bag of rubbish? Right, that's weird. Maybe someone's coming back for it. So the island of North Uist has no remaining natural forest. This is a community woodland which has been created for wildlife. Oh, it's lovely to be in a forest again. To be amongst trees. Feels really nice. My soul just feels really calm about it. I don't know why. And you know what else I've just realised? I can't feel the wind. I'm protected by it. So the trees are swaying, but they're blocking the wind. So I can hear the wind going through the top of the trees, but I can't feel it. It's just still down here, and it's fantastic. But let's continue. I think the wind has got into these ones though. There is quite a bit of destruction in this area. Oh, I don't like them creaking as I'm walking underneath. Oh, I can hear them all creaking. Oh, scaring the willies out of me. Oh, it's like a really eerie forest with everything creaking. Have I missed my turning as well? I think I might have missed my turning. Oh no, it's down there. I think Winston's found it. Oh, I do know that I need to turn right at some point. Oh look, a little birdhouse. On this one. I think we're going straight down first. So here he is. This is Hercules. I wonder if this is life size. I've never stood next to a bear before. Went missing on the 24th of August 1980, found in North Uist, September 1980. When in September? So it's August to September, but when? Beginning of September, end of September? That's very different. he's actually buried here. So Hercules escaped whilst filming a commercial, and I found out that he was on the run for just over 3 weeks, and the search included the army and the navy, but he was actually found by a crofter just 20 miles from where he went missing. He then went on to appear in the James Bond movie Octopussy. Now I knew about this bear because I told a friend of mine that I was coming to the Outer Hebrides, and she said that I needed to go visit this memorial because I think her husband knew the guy who used to own him. So, small world. I wonder what it's like to have a pet bear. I don't think I want one. Wouldn't fit in the caravan, but still. It's a lovely carving. Nice tribute. What's that? I don't know whether that is cute or spooky. What do you think, Winston? Out of the woods we go. I'm guessing we're going to get hit by wind again. We're going down this way. So I've just taken a photograph of this view and it looked crap, but it actually looks really good in real life, and I'm hoping that it does it justice on the video camera, because in the photograph it looks very boring. Before anyone freaks out, he's protected by ticks. He has medication from the vets. I never have a problem with him. But yeah, if he didn't have that, he'd probably be covered in them. Now, although the trig that we were at earlier marked the highest point on this walk, and it did offer some great views, I was actually pleasantly surprised by the views on this section of the walk. in a circle? Is it a cultural, religious, a ceremony reason? Was it like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but what happens inside the stone circle stays within inside the stone circle? I don't know. I'll have a little research, and if I find an answer, I'll do a voiceover and let you know. Okay, so according to Google, the purpose of a stone circle remains a mystery. But theories include ceremonies and rituals, burial grounds, or to commemorate the dead. They could have also been used as social gathering places, for astronomy, or to highlight the prestige of an organiser. I suppose you can't really tell that they're in that much of a circle from down here. Those you can. But these over the other side look a little bit lost. But from up the top, you can see it's clearly a circle. One more step along the world I go. I'm very sorry, I just had to throw that in there. I feel as though that's becoming my anthem for this vlog series, for my Outer Hebrides tour. Exploring the islands, one step at a time. Huh. Let's go see what that is. Looks like an old boathouse, or an unfinished boathouse, one of the two, I'm not quite sure. Let's go have a look. Doesn't that mountain in the background look absolutely glorious? Is that a boat? Is that a boat? Is that a boat, Wint? Definitely a boat. Okay, so have you guys seen the Grand Tour where they all try and cross a river by connecting these things together and they try and drive across it? I think that's what these are. If you've seen it, you'll know what I mean. If you've not seen it, I'm just talking complete rubbish. But that's what I think these are. I think you connect them together and they create like a jetty. But they connected a lot of them together to drive a car across. That's what I think they are. I might be wrong. Someone might tell me that that's not what they are. There's something else and they've got a completely different purpose. But that's what they look like to me, in my uneducated opinion on the subject. I think that's aftermarket. We'll have to go down on the other side, although Winston's testing out his mountain climbing abilities. Come on, we'll go the other way. So as we go around this corner, I want you to pay attention and look towards the beach, because there is something on there and I nearly missed it and I don't want you to miss it. Oh! Wens, come here. It's a deer. Okay, so this is how terrible I am at spotting wildlife, because that deer has been on the beach the whole time. So let's rewind this footage back a bit and I'll show you. So I've muted the audio here, but basically this is where I was waffling on about these blocks. And while I'm doing that, the deer is there. Now it's hard to see with the camera's field of view, but I should have seen it in my peripheral. And then as I continue to look at this stone building, the deer moves silently around the front. And if you look carefully in the top right corner, you can see its legs. So I am kind of annoyed that I was so close to it, but still completely oblivious to it. But I am thankful that I did catch a glimpse of it at the end. Now, as you can see, Winston could not care less, and I knew that he wouldn't chase it and that he wouldn't bother it, but I called Winston back anyway just to help reduce the threat of his presence, and I hoped that that would mean that the deer wouldn't run off, but it went. Now, I did try and zoom in on it, but my action camera isn't made for that, and it just went all blurry. Can you guys still see it? It's just at the shoreline. There. Right, now the deer's gone, let's continue with our exploration into this building. My only conclusion is boathouse, but is this quite big for a boathouse? But it seems like the ideal place. I think it's a boathouse. We would launch and then bring it back up here, stick it in there. And since there's normal houses behind there, I'm guessing this was the boathouse to that house. That is my theory. Could be wrong. You know, I've just offered him some water after that deer went. He didn't want any of it. And he goes and drinks this seawater. Not good for him. Look at this little guy. I finally saw some cool wildlife. I mean, I did just see a deer a second ago, but this is really cool. Look how fluffy he is. Is he still going to turn into a butterfly or a moth like other caterpillars, or is he completely different? I mean, he may be dead, he's not moving. I don't want to poke him or anything, so... That's really cool. I've just seen a deer and a fluffy caterpillar. That's my day made. Oh, and a very noisy bird too, but I don't know what that was. But the deer and the fluffy caterpillar are the highlight. Go on, back up this way. So that over there is the route we were meant to be taking, and that is Langass Lodge. Now, Langass Lodge is a restaurant slash hotel, and there's also parking and stuff down there as well. Now if we walk back that way, we'd have to walk past the lodge, Winston would have to go on a lead, then we'd have to walk down the roads back to the car park. It is quicker that way, but I'm in no rush. So we're actually going to walk back this way, past the stones and the possible boathouse, and we're going to go back up and over the hill, kind of the way we came, but we are going to cut the corner off where we went through the woods, and then go back up over the hill. It is a little bit longer, but it means Winston can have some more off-lead time, and we get to enjoy these views instead of walking along a road. So that's the plan. We're going back on ourselves a little bit, albeit cutting a corner off. You like it that you're climbing again? Came straight over this hill here, went over there and round, we went down there, so we just came back, and now straight back down towards the chamber, and then the car's just below it. Hebridean Smokehouse, and this was listed on something like the top 100 foods you should have before you die, or something like that. I'll put it on screen what it was, but it was some official list, and I think they were like number 39 or something, quite high up from what I can recall. Again, I will put it on the screen. So I'm very excited to go, and apparently if you go at the right time, although it is kind of hit and miss, they don't publish the times, sometimes you can see them preparing the mackerel and the salmon. Apparently you can view the process, but again it's hit or miss whether we'll be able to do that or not. It all just depends if we're lucky when we're going, but it is on our way back to the campsite. So that's where we're going now. I don't know if you heard a word of that. So I am sorry, but the driving footage to the smokehouse was corrupted, but here we are. It's very interesting what I got. I got some peat smoked salmon. Love smoked salmon. I got some pate. This is mixed with cream cheese and black pepper, I think. And I've got a normal whiskey barrel oak smoked pate. And then I got some Hebridean oat cakes to enjoy the pate on. And I also got some Hebridean marmalade shortbread. What do you think, Winst? Yeah, you want to try some? Good boy. We then headed back to the campsite, and I do have a little bit of footage from this drive. Now on the way back, I noticed that Winston smelt very bad, and I think it was his feet from going in the swampy water by the old boathouse, so I gave them a quick wash. So I've just ran and put a load of washing in. Now, I didn't actually plan on doing my washing until tomorrow, but when I checked the weather forecast, there's a chance of it raining tomorrow. So it's about 2:30 now, so I thought there's plenty of time still to get a washing load in, get it on the line and get it dry, therefore meaning that I don't have to pay to use a dryer tomorrow because it's already £4 a load here. Now, as mentioned, it's 2:30. I've not had any lunch yet. I've not had anything to eat since about 8 o'clock this morning when I had my apple and muesli that I have for breakfast almost every morning. So I'm absolutely starving. I'm like, have I got time to make lunch and to quickly eat something before the washing is done? I'm kind of sitting on the fence. When I eat, I like to relax and eat. So I like to make sure I've got time to cook, to eat, to have dessert, to have a drink. And I like it to be a relaxing kind of event, if that makes sense, where if I make something now, I've got to eat it quickly, then I've got to run back down to the laundry room, which is all the way down by reception, it's not close. So I've got to run back down to the washing machine, get all the washing, bring it back up, hang it all out, maybe go all the way back down there again because I've got some clotheslines down there, so I might need that for some of the bigger blankets. And then I have to come back up and then I can have like the second half of my tea and dessert, and I don't know. Do you know what, just talking about this, I've decided I'm not going to have lunch. I'm just going to sort everything out so it's ready for when I'm done. I'm just going to go an extra half hour, 45 minutes without food. It's not going to kill me, but I'll make everything, I'll prep everything so that as soon as I'm done, I can cook it and I can eat it, and then I can eat it and relax and wind down for the day and get ready to do some work. And Winston is down here and he still stinks. Yes, you do. You still stink. Yeah, because you went in the swamp. So, probably going to need to wash more blankets now. You still stink. You stink. Yes, you do. Yeah, you stink. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You stinky. You is stinky. Yes, you is. You is stinky. You is stinky. You is stinky. You is stinky. Right, so the washing is on. Sorry if I'm a bit out of breath. I've just been running down to the bottom because, do you see those blankets blowing down there? Those are mine. Very long way away, and I've got to keep my fingers crossed that they're not blown away by the time it comes to collect them. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, there's a big yellow kite in the air. Can you guys see that? So I think someone's heading off windsurfing, but I'm starving. So I'm having my lunch at, I think it's like 3:15. So where's Wind? Come on! In you come. There's a good boy. Let's shut this door. So I've just had a thought. I'm currently just making chilli and rice for lunch. I'm just heating it through. But I think I want to learn how to windsurf, because it'd give me something to do in this type of weather. Because yes, you can go hiking, but the problem with my type of hiking and the hiking that I like to do, which is where you go up to the top for a view, you become more exposed the higher you go, so the wind becomes worse, and it can become very dangerous if you're on ledges and steep drops, etc., with a lot of wind. So you can't really hike the same. You can't paddleboard. It's definitely not safe to be paddleboarding in. You can, I suppose, kind of wild swim, as long as the water isn't too choppy and the tide's not pulling you out, etc. But again, it's not ideal. But windsurfing in this weather is perfect because, as the name suggests, you need a lot of wind. So I'm thinking about learning how to windsurf. If anybody has any advice for me, how easy is it to learn? Is it very difficult, or is it quite easy? How expensive is all the gear? How much gear do you need? Like, is it easy to traipse around with it? Could I fit it all in my van? What about the maintenance of it? So like the big kite thing, does that take a lot of maintenance? Does it take a lot to set up and get started and then put everything away again? Like that, like I know you've got your time on the water, but you've got the setting up and then the putting everything away. Because that bay out there, you're in this nice little enclosed bay. What was that beep? Oh, someone's reversing. I thought it was one of my alarms, one of my like carbon monoxide alarms or fire alarms going. So you've got this nice little bay, and the wind, I think it'd be perfect for windsurfing. I don't know anything about windsurfing, but I'm just assuming. But yeah, I'll put it on my list of things that I want to learn to do and experience. But right now, my chili's ready. Right, so I've just got all my washing in. whilst this was on the line, I was trying to do some work, but you know when you're just so tired and you can't concentrate on everything and everything just becomes twice as difficult than what it's meant to be? I'm kind of in that mood. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to put a chill out playlist on my Spotify. I'm going to fold up all my washing, put it away. I'm going to transform the pod from the seating area into the bed. I'm going to get myself a nice hot cup of Horlicks and I'm going to sit and watch the Hunger Games prequel, which is on Amazon Prime. So I've seen all the Hunger Games, like all the Katniss Everdeen ones, and I do enjoy them, but I've not seen the prequel one. It's available on Amazon Prime, so I'm going to sit and watch that. And then probably around about 8-9 o'clock I'll head off, have a nice hot shower, my £1 for 7.5 minutes. I'll quickly wash my hair and quickly give myself some TLC in those 7.5 minutes, and then get a nice early night. And tomorrow's a pod day, so I'm going to catch up on my work tomorrow. But tonight I just need to relax. Okay, so there's absolutely no way that in 7.5 minutes I can properly shampoo my hair, condition my hair, wash my body, so that's like my underarms, my boobs, my neck, in between my legs, in between my toes, and wash my face. Do all of that properly in 7.5 minutes. So I've just had a shower, I had my phone on the side with the timer counting down, and I managed to shampoo, condition my hair and give my body a very quick wash, and that was it. But I don't feel as clean as what I like to feel when I come out of a shower, so yeah, not happy with that. When you're in there, you can't obviously see what the timer's doing, hence why I've had to put my phone on. And if I wanted to have another 7.5 minutes, which I feel as though I need another 7.5 minutes, then you've got to get out the shower, wrap yourself in a towel, come out here, put your quid in, and then go back in again. Am I the only person that can't shower in 7.5 minutes? I suppose if you're not washing your hair and you're just doing like a body wash, I could do that in 7.5 minutes, but not when you're taking into account your hair, your face and all your bits. I also want to point out that by the time I put my quid in, got into the cubicle, locked the cubicle door, got into the shower, turned the shower on and sorted the temperature out, a minute had already gone by then. So I was left with 6.5 minutes. I don't know how anyone does it.